Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jay Brown. Thank you so much for tuning in. Shout out to all of my current subscribers and thank you to everyone who has been supporting my channel so far. So you guys, I just want to start off by saying thank you for the response, the conversation, in response to my last video from last, I really did just kind of speak to from my heart. I did want to just kind of touch on some things that have gone unaddressed and unsaid and just my experience in the purse community. And I'm so grateful that so many of you all identified with it and really just showed me so much love and support and just extra motivation to continue in a new direction. And to clarify, you guys, I will still be doing what's in my bag videos, but today I'm bringing to you guys a new topic. This one has been heavy on my mind for a while as well. And I was kind of apprehensive about touching on it because one, I didn't know how my audience would take it. Two, I don't want to alienate anyone. And three, it may be old news to some or an over discussed topic at this point, but let's get into it. Shout out once again to my girl, the fancy pink chick, because girl, you've been bringing the fire with these topics for discussion this past week or two. And so I appreciate you for it because it's really been giving us food for thought as a collective community, right? So you guys, I want to talk about my thoughts on quiet luxury. And I have been feeling some type of way about this for a minute, y'all. So let's talk about it. What is quiet luxury? Quiet luxury, and again, guys, if you see me looking down, I got notes because I have to stay on track. Quiet luxury is the idea of sticking with high quality, well-made, luxurious, timeless pieces, classics that can be used for every day. So we're talking like a good winter coat, a nice bag, well-made shoes, things along that nature. But the emphasis, of course, is on timeless pieces, neutral colors, and very much low-key labeling and kind of easy styling. Nothing ostentatious, nothing over the top, nothing bold, eye-catching, just very understated while looking expensive. Now, the issue with this topic for me, I love the idea of sticking to neutrals. I love the idea of buying classic, well-made pieces. That's how most folks who are speaking on quiet luxury, they're not coming from that perspective. The idea of quiet luxury right now, as it's being discussed, I really feel takes on a very classist and racist undertone. Extremely classist and racist. Who remembers that TV show from the early 2000s, Girlfriends, where the running joke on there was that Joan was classist and egregious? That's exactly how I feel about most of the folks who are having these conversations and showing what it is to buy and wear and have a quiet luxury base. Classes, mainly because a lot of people, their goal in this is to look like old money. And just the notion of looking like old money, but people who come from old money, typically that money is gained through the exploitation and the oppression of it. Is extremely classist because it points to having to spend a certain amount of money to look like you are quiet luxury, right? So not everyone wants to spend thousands of dollars for a t-shirt or a sweater, a bag, for anything. Most of us cannot afford that and are doing just fine with the pieces that we're picking up from regular retailers like Target, Walmart, JCPenney, Sears. Not everyone has access to the pieces and the things that are being included in it. Is very exclusionary in terms of body type and in terms of ability, right? A lot of these higher end fashion houses, they do not cater to anyone over a size 12, period. So, that's problematic. I appreciate the emphasis in quiet luxury on the neutrals, the timeless pieces, well-made items. I feel that you can get those things without spending an arm and a leg, and there's no need to try to elevate yourself above others because that is your particular style and aesthetic. Being able to participate in that aesthetic and being able to afford these things does not inherently make you better than the next person who cannot. I don't believe in that. I believe that you can absolutely have a classic look and a classic aesthetic wearing things that you found at the thrift store, straight up. You can do it wearing things that you found at Walmart, Target, in any of the affordable mass produced and easily available retailers that most of us, as everyday Americans, wanted to respond to the fancy pink chick, her video this week on why do I have to tell you if my bag is real or fake? Great topic of discussion again. So on that, again, I think as YouTubers, anyone who is presenting and showing things to the public on this platform or any other social media platform, we do have a responsibility to be honest, right? In discussing whether or not our bags are real or fake. But in real life, you don't have to tell anybody anything. And frankly, I think it's a rude question to ask in real life. And I have had people assume that some of my bags are fake. I don't bother to correct them. I don't care because I don't have anything to prove. I didn't take it to heart and I wasn't offended. But absolutely, I would not make it a habit to go around asking people this in real life, right? Because it's rude. That's like asking someone essentially how much money is in your bank account. Would you do that? No. So I wouldn't ask somebody if their bag is real or fake. Now, if it's a bag that I'm not familiar with, I may ask them what brand it is or where they purchased it, mainly because I want one, not because I'm trying to clock their pockets or their bank account. I also wanted to touch on just the notion that are we putting too much emphasis on they represent us, right? I feel like a lot of us, right, for most of us, our bags are just accessories, right? I think some of them absolutely are a representation of your personal taste and your personal style. But I've seen some folks on YouTube in the luxury space, and I'm not going to name any names, but one of them's a fairly big YouTuber, has a huge Louis Vuitton collection. And just listening to her in particular, I literally told my husband this week, I said, I pray that God in life never sets her back, that she is always doing this well and always this successful. Because I feel like some folks, when you see them talking about their bag collection and how it makes them feel and how they present themselves with it, it's almost like they're making their identity synonymous with these luxury pieces or with these material objects, period. And who I am and what I am will never be synonymous with material things. Whether it's an expensive bag or an affordable bag, it will never be who I am. If my house were to catch fire today, I wouldn't be thinking about purses. I'm grabbing my kids. I'm grabbing my husband, my mama. I'm grabbing people, not things, right? And if by chance I had a moment to grab some material things, it would just be like, important documents. Maybe pictures, things that truly cannot be replaced. And if by chance I had to grab a bag, because then I would, of course, grab the most expensive ones because that's where the most money was spent. But I think we have to be very careful to make sure that we're not allowing our material things to define us, and make sure that we are not allowing our possessions to possess us. This really connects back to my conversation from last week. If you're overspending and if you're constantly looking for the next best thing, right, and you're never stopping to enjoy what you have currently, then you are letting your possessions rule you And that's definitely not something that I want for myself and for my life. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I definitely want to hear from you guys yet again in the comments. What are your thoughts on quiet luxury? Is it something that appeals to you? Do you naturally just kind of gravitate towards more neutral, label-free pieces? And there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. Or do you like bolder prints, bolder colors, patterns, and you may not mind a label or items with logos? Y'all already know, y'all can see what my style is so far from the things that I've been sharing on my channel. Let me know what you think about everything in this video. I would love to hear from you guys. So thank you guys so much for listening, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye, YouTube.